Welcome to The Art of Space, the show where we take you through transformative design tips to elevate your living environment. Today, we're diving into one of the most popular and peaceful design styles of our time, minimalism. More specifically, we're focusing on how you can create serene, clutter-free spaces using modern, minimalist design principles. Whether you're redesigning a single room or revamping your entire home, minimalism is all about simplicity, functionality, and a sense of calm. But first, subscribe to our channel, Last Looks, your all-in-one guide to living beautifully. Let's start with the first and most important principle of modern minimalism: decluttering. When we think about decluttering, it's not just about getting rid of things. It's about removing distractions to make room for what really matters. The key here is to ask yourself, what do I truly need? What do I actually use? What brings me joy? Go through each room and make 3 piles. Keep, donate, and discard. Be intentional. Minimalism isn't about sacrificing comfort or style. It's about reducing the noise so that the pieces you choose can shine. Once you've decluttered, take a moment to step back. You'll be amazed at how much space opens up, both physically and mentally. Now that we've cleared the clutter, let's move on to furniture. In modern minimalism, furniture is all about functionality and clean lines. Every piece should serve a purpose, and there's no need for excess. When choosing furniture, opt for pieces that are timeless and versatile. Neutral colors, like white, beige, gray, or black, are your best friend in minimalist design. These tones create a calm, serene atmosphere and allow the natural beauty of your furniture to take center stage. For example, a simple, low-profile sofa in a neutral color can serve as the anchor for a minimalist living room. Pair it with a sleek coffee table and perhaps 1 or 2 accent chairs, but be careful not to overcrowd the space. Remember, less is more. If you're working with a smaller space, multifunctional furniture is a great way to keep things both practical and minimal. A bed with built-in storage, a dining table that doubles as a workspace. These are the kinds of pieces that serve multiple purposes without adding visual clutter. Next, let's talk about layout. The layout of a minimalist space should prioritize openness and flow. There should be plenty of breathing room between furniture pieces, allowing for a sense of ease as you move through the space. Start by positioning your larger pieces of furniture, like sofas, beds, or dining tables, so they're the focal point of the room. Avoid pushing everything up against the walls. Instead, experiment with floating furniture arrangements that leave pathways and sightlines open. This will help the room feel airy and uncluttered. Consider using only what's absolutely necessary. Does every surface in your living room need a side table? Do you really need more than 1 or 2 art pieces on the wall? In minimalism, negative space is just as important as the objects themselves. It allows the design elements to breathe and feel intentional. Now let's move on to colors and textures. Minimalism isn't just about stark white walls, although white is certainly a classic choice. To create a serene and welcoming space, it's essential to introduce natural textures and subtle variations in color. Think of soft wood grains, light linens, concrete, and even a few carefully placed plants. When adding color, keep it muted and understated. Earth tones like soft greens, warm beiges, and pale grays complement the minimalist aesthetic without overwhelming the senses. The goal is to create a balanced, harmonious palette that promotes relaxation and calm. And don't forget about lighting. Natural light is a key component of modern minimalism. Maximize your windows and let as much sunlight in as possible. When natural light isn't available, go for warm, soft lighting fixtures. A simple pendant light or a sleek floor lamp can add warmth to the room without overcomplicating the design. Speaking of natural elements, let's talk about one of my favorite minimalist design tips: bringing the outside in. Plants are a simple way to add life to a space without adding clutter. The key is to choose plants with clean, simple lines. Think of plants like snake plants, fiddle-leaf figs, or a small cactus. Avoid overloading a room with too many plants. 1 or 2 strategically placed plants can do wonders for the atmosphere, adding freshness and vibrancy. The greenery provides a beautiful contrast to the neutral tones we talked about earlier, giving the room an organic feel that's soothing to the eye. Minimalism isn't just about furniture and decor, it's also about how you use your space. So let's touch on one of the most important aspects of minimalist design: organization. Everything should have its place, and that place should be both functional and out of sight when not in use. Incorporating smart storage solutions will keep your space clean and clutter-free. Built-in cabinets, storage ottomans, and minimalist shelving are great ways to keep things organized without sacrificing style. For example, in a minimalist kitchen, you might keep countertops clear and store small appliances in cabinets when they're not being used. This creates a streamlined look that feels both modern and functional. In bedrooms, think about using underbed storage or opting for closets with sleek hidden compartments to store everyday items out of view. The idea is to reduce visual clutter, allowing the room home to remain calm and peaceful. Now that we've covered the key principles of modern minimalism, let's talk about the final touches. Just because minimalism is about simplicity doesn't mean you can't add a touch of personality to your space. When it comes to decor, it's all about choosing a few key pieces that make an impact. A single piece of art, a carefully selected sculpture, or a beautiful ceramic vase can add warmth and character to a minimalist room. But remember, the goal is to keep it simple. Focus on quality over quantity. Think of your decor as an accent, not the main event. Let your furniture, layout, and open spaces speak for themselves. The minimalism mindset is all about appreciating the beauty in the essentials. To recap, start by decluttering your space, choose functional and timeless furniture, maintain openness in your layout, use natural colors and textures, and embrace simplicity in both design and organization. When done right, minimalism transforms your home into a serene, clutter-free sanctuary. It's not about having less for the sake of it. It's about making thoughtful choices that reflect your needs and enhance your living space. Thanks for watching this episode of The Art of Space. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment below if you're ready to embrace modern minimalism. See you next time, and remember, in the world of minimalism, less is always more.